I found myself standing in the back of a great room filled with glorious beings engaged in some type of court proceeding, and some were reading from open books. But then I looked, and I beheld the sight of a figure on a throne that shone with light too bright for my eyes to stand. And to the right of the throne I saw the Son of Man, and in his hands he held a scroll. He was clothed in a white robe and a sash of gold. And I became bold, and I began to draw near. And as I did, I began to hear what appeared to be a great fight. Not one fought with spears and swords, but rather with arguments and words. And so I continued to push through the crowd, the argument in the front going ever loud. And at last I reached the front, and I found the scene on full display. I saw the Son of Man speak, and I heard him say, "He is made in my image, my joy, my pride." Did you think you could just pillage his soul and I would stand idly by? Did you think you could slander the crown of my creation and drag to the dark the love of my heart and not face retaliation? Through my grace, I've given you a place to argue your case, but I've become impatient with your blatant spit in my face. So no more. For now the accuser is the one charged. You've been found guilty. You're disbarred no more. Will I allow you to cause this one to suffer? For hear me now. I am proud to call this man my brother. And yes, I know his deeds, his faults, all that he's done. But since the world began, it's always been my plan to call these servants my son. So you're done, and you know it. You're corrupt, and you showed it. Your case is over. Your argument is lost. The record of his debt I nailed to the cross. So get lost. Get out of my face. No more will I endure your words in this place. And after he said these last words, the room broke out in violence. I saw a figure cast out, and then there came a silence. And then the room broke out into great celebration. I heard laughter and singing and talk of a new creation. And then towards me, the Son of Man turned his gaze. He spoke a phrase, and my garments were taken away and were replaced with robes much like his own. And I began to be shown all that I was to be given. I was exalted. I was given a new name. I was invited by the Lamb that was slain to share in his reign. And all of my pain and my tears and my anxiety and fears were a thing of the past, for I was at home at last.